Hi, I'm Mark, and in this video, I'm going to give you 10 tips for better mining. Now, this video really is kind of designed for beginners, and the reason being is that the more time you spend in the game, the more of these little tips you probably will pick up. But if you're a more advanced player, it might be worthwhile to watch these 10 tips, even if you get just one or two. So let's get moving forward. Grab your pickaxe and shovel, because here we go. This is our little mine entrance. Now the first thing you're going to notice is that I cut staircases going down. Now we could just dig straight down and just use ladders instead of putting in staircases. That would be 3 times faster than doing it this way. But there are a couple definite reasons for doing this. One reason is you can put stairs on here and get up and down very quickly and easily, especially if you're going to be mining down here over and over again. But the biggest reason you don't want to mine straight down is this. You don't want to mine straight down because of lava. If you mine into a puddle of lava, you're going to have a very, very bad day. You're pretty much going to die. I bet you a 90-95% chance. So you don't want to be mining straight down. You also don't want to mine straight down because of this. All right? I'm in creative, so it's not a big deal if I fall down that hole. You, on the other hand, may be in survival, and it can become a big deal to fall down a hole like this one. You also don't want to be mining straight up, though, and here's a couple reasons. First one is sand. Sand falls. When it falls on you, it suffocates you. So if you're mining straight up, the sand will fall on you, you'll have no place to go, and you'll die. Same thing goes for gravel. Gravel falls. It falls on you. It suffocates you. You die. And there's also water. Water's not that big of a deal, but if you've got no place to go and you tunnel up into water, you're going to probably die as well. So keep that in mind, and we'll talk a little bit more about how to prevent that. Finally is the worst one, and that's lava. You mine up into lava, it's going to come down on top of you, and you almost certainly are going to die. Did you notice anything consistent with all of these things? You die. So there are great reasons not to mine straight up or straight down. So keep these in mind. Get it? Keep these in mind. Anyhow, so here's something you need to do before you go mining. Let's talk a little bit more about that. You want to load up with not only your pick and shovel, but wood and torches. Wood and torches can really save your life. Running out of torches is bad, and you may not die, but you're a long way from home and you don't want to have to go treading back to get more torches. The wood helps save you from that. Bring along some wood, especially raw wood as opposed to planks, and you've got plenty of wood to make crafting benches, to make torches, because usually you'll find some coal, and anything else you might need, rudimentary tools. The wood can really come in handy. And obviously the torches come in handy too. I don't bring too many torches. I bring a stack usually, and I find that to be enough because by the time I need more, I've got plenty of coal with me, and I can use that to make the torches. Next little tip I've got for you, and let's see, this is tip number 3. When you find diamonds, mine them and get out. Now this is something I have real problems doing because I'll go in and I'll mine diamond, and then the next thing I know I'm looking for this and I'm mining that, and then I die a horrible death, and so do my diamonds. So if diamonds are really what you're after, get them and get out. Put them someplace safe. If you don't want to get out, put them in a chest. That way if something happens, you can still get back to them. But you want to keep those safe. Or if you're mining something else. Recently I was mining a whole bunch of granite. Had I died when my pockets were full of granite, I would have been an unhappy camper. So make sure that you are getting out when the getting's good. Another thing I'll do is when my pockets are full, I'll get out. The reason being is I really can't hold anything else unless I want to dump items, which I do occasionally, in order to hold something I want more. But you want to make sure that you're getting out when your pockets are full. Resist the temptation to continue to explore or to dig a little bit farther, because there is nothing worse than dying with full pockets. All right, moving on, talk a little bit about pickaxes. The perfect combination, in my humble opinion, for pickaxes is a fortune pick and an efficiency pick. If you've got that efficiency pick, you can rip through the stone pretty quickly. With a fortune pick, you can make the most of those diamond caches and coal caches and redstone caches that you find. I wouldn't use them both at the same time, though. What I would use is the efficiency and then switch to the fortune when you need it. So often it's tempting to go down with just a fortune pickaxe, which is a wonderful thing, but you burn it up. So if you can take 2 picks with you, all the better. Other things you want to take with you are water, milk, and food. The water can help you turn lava into a hard surface that you can walk on instead of dying in. The water also can help you put out some lava and turn it into obsidian. So it's a great tool to bring with you. The only trouble is it takes up a lot of space, as does the milk. Now the milk is for being poisoned. If you run into some cave spiders along the way and you get poisoned or you run into a witch, the milk can cure you of that effect. So you definitely want to have at least one with you. Again, it does take up a lot of space, and I tend to get pretty lazy about not taking it with me. And as a result, I've died occasionally. The last one is food. That's pretty obvious. If you're going to go out mining, bring plenty of food with you. Again, you're probably not going to die. You're going to see that you're starving, but at least you don't have to go heading back to your house in order to refill on food. So bring plenty with you. Now let's talk a little bit more about logical mining. We talked about not mining straight up or straight down. This has to do more with how to be efficient. I've started mining here, and what I did, if you look at the red on the floor, you can see it, the redstone marks out a tunnel here, then a tunnel here, then a tunnel here. And if you take a close look, you can see that I skipped 2 rows of stone between each one. The reason being is as we mine down here, I'll throw a torch in here. Here, I'll throw one down here too. As we mine down here, we're going to be able to see the face of this stone. There's no reason for us to just skip one and go down this row. If we do, we're now seeing the other face of stone we've already looked at. So skip 2 and you'll be able to look at all of the stone on both sides of that path. Now this logical layout can make things significantly more efficient than just burrowing out a whole room. Think about how much stone you burrow out in order to find the gems as opposed to this. If I'm doing my math right, it should be about 3 times as much. So definitely lay out a logical plan and then mine the plan. What I'll do is I'll cut one of these tunnels down and maybe go 100 blocks and then slide over, come back up, slide over, come back up. And that seems to work really, really well. As I just said, you want to keep it lit. And I tend to not do that so well. A couple of reasons you want to keep it lit is it keeps mobs from spawning. There's going to be a lot fewer creeper skeletons and zombies in your tunnels if you keep it well lit. Another reason is this right here. If this weren't well lit, you could walk right past it. And I have done that. I have gone back and lit something later on, only to discover that I missed diamonds because I didn't light it well the first time. So definitely light it well as you move along. Now here's a couple things you want to do to stay alive. First of all is listening for lava. If you listen carefully, you can hear the popping sound that lava makes. Shh, very, very quiet. Can you hear it? Me neither. Of course, when I walk up on it, it's not going to make the noise I need it to make. And you can hear the water, but you can't hear the popping of the lava. But you should know that sound. And once you do, you'll hear it a few blocks away, and you know you need to be very, very careful with your mining so that you don't, again, die a horrible death. Now, you just heard the water running, and I did an example of this here. If you hear that sound, you know there's water nearby, and again, you need to be careful with your mining. Now, if you hear mobs nearby, that gives you an indication that you are near a cave. Again, be a little more careful with your mining, but that can also be a good thing. It's always nice to find an unexpected cave and be able to explore it. So that about sums it up with one real, what would you call it, exception, and that is where you mine. If you take a look at my Y coordinate, it's at 13. that means this is 12 and at my feet is 11. By most accounts, this is the ideal place to mine. You are going to find the most diamonds at this position. So try to always mine at the 10, 11, 12 area, and you're going to be a lot happier with what you find. Another tip before I take off is mine slightly ahead of yourself. If you mine right here, there's a good chance that when you hit that lava or water, it's going to hit you, or gravel or sand. By mining out a little ahead of yourself like this, you can prevent yourself from dying. And you can move back out of the way if you need to. And that's the end of our video. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I would like you to subscribe to the channel. And I would also like you to like this video. So if you didn't like this video, do me a favor and keep that to yourself. Thanks for watching.